Yellowstone fans, it feels like we're standing right on the edge of something huge, because the story isn't ending, it's transforming. After everything that unfolded in Yellowstone, the Dutton legacy is stepping into a completely new chapter, and this time the rules are different. Dutton Ranch isn't about defending old land or fighting familiar enemies. It's about walking into unknown territory where every decision matters more, every mistake costs more, and every enemy is ready to test just how strong Beth and Rip really are. As the story begins, Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler arrive in Texas carrying more than just their past. They're carrying everything they've become. Montana shaped them, but Texas will challenge them. For the first time, they're not working under someone else's command or protecting someone else's empire. This is theirs now. And that shift changes everything, especially for Rip. He's always been the one who handles problems before they grow, the one who steps into the dark so others don't have to. But now, every choice he makes defines the future of their ranch. And knowing Rip, he won't hesitate to do whatever it takes to keep control, even if it means making enemies faster than he can count them. At the same time, Beth is stepping into a version of herself that feels sharper, colder, and more focused than ever before. What happened with Jamie Dutton didn't just leave emotional scars. It changed how she sees the world. She's no longer reacting to chaos, she's preparing for it. In this new series, Beth won't just be the mastermind behind the scenes. She'll be right there in the middle of the conflict, confronting threats head-on and proving that she's just as dangerous in action as she is in strategy. And when Beth decides someone is a threat, she doesn't stop until that threat is completely gone. But what gives this story its emotional weight is Carter. In many ways, he represents the future of everything Beth and Rip are building. Raising him in a place like Texas, surrounded by tension and power struggles, means teaching him more than just how to work a ranch. It means teaching him how to survive in a world where trust is rare and loyalty is everything. And as Carter begins to take on traits from both Beth and Rip, we start to see a new generation forming. One that could either carry the legacy forward or repeat the same cycle of conflict. While they're trying to build something new, the past refuses to stay silent. The mystery surrounding Jamie's disappearance still lingers, and fans of Marshall's know that investigations tied to the Dutton family are far from over. Beth and Rip leaving Montana so suddenly raises questions, and in a world like this, questions always lead to trouble. It's only a matter of time before someone starts digging deeper, and when they do, the truth could threaten everything Beth and Rip are trying to create in Texas. And if that wasn't enough, Texas itself comes with its own set of powerful enemies. One of the most intriguing new figures in this story is Bula Jackson, brought to life by Annette Bening. She's not just another rival. She's a force built on intelligence and influence. Unlike the enemies we've seen before, Bula doesn't rely on intimidation alone. She plays the long game, using strategy to weaken her opponents before they even realize what's happening. And when her interests collide with Beth's, it sets up a battle that feels inevitable. Two powerful women both fighting for control, both unwilling to lose. It's the kind of rivalry that could define the entire series. Backing her up is a man who feels like the perfect counter to Rip, Rob Will, played by Courtney. He's aggressive, unpredictable, and not afraid to push things to the edge. Where Rip is controlled and precise, Rob is explosive and relentless. And when those two finally face off, it won't just be a fight. It'll be a moment that shows exactly how far each side is willing to go to win. Even with all this conflict, there are new allies stepping into the picture. Characters who bring their own stories and struggles into the world of Dutton Ranch. Some are looking for redemption, others for belonging, but all of them will play a role in shaping what this ranch becomes. And among them, Everett McKinney, portrayed by Ed Harris, stands out as a voice of experience and calm. In a place where violence and ambition drive most decisions, someone like Everett could be the one person who reminds everyone what they're really fighting for, or what they stand to lose. What also makes this new chapter exciting is how it stays connected to the larger Yellowstone universe. There's always the possibility that familiar faces like Case Dutton could appear, bringing pieces of the old world into this new setting. These connections don't just serve as fan moments. They help remind us that this story is part of something bigger, something that's still unfolding. As the premiere gets closer, one thing becomes clear. Dutton Ranch isn't here to slow things down. It's here to raise the stakes. Every relationship, every rivalry, every decision feels like it's building towards something explosive. And when the story finally begins, it won't take long before we see just how dangerous this new world really is. So now the question is simple. Can Beth and Rip truly build a future in a place that's already filled with enemies? Or will Texas become the one place where even they can't win? Because if there's one thing we've learned from this universe, it's that power always comes at a price, and sooner or later that price has to be paid.